Make me work so we can work it out. And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half time and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right.
Hello, everybody. What's going on out here in this social media world? I am Jeanette Greenwood. I am your host tonight with Ladies in Film and Television here live on Live TV, y'all. Y'all give me a second. I know y'all like, what are you looking down at this phone? I'm trying to send something to somebody real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm done. I'm excited to be here tonight, y'all. We have some special guests that are coming on tonight, some nonprofits. We need you guys to do us a favor. Go ahead and hit that share button. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and share, invite some people in. If you're on YouTube, share as well. And if you're already in, which I do see we have people that are in, go ahead and say hello. Y'all know my house rules. When you walk in somebody's house, what you supposed to do? I'm old school. You're supposed to speak and say hello. So go ahead and say hello, because we want to acknowledge you, and we thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will not be before you long, because we're here to talk to these amazing nonprofits about these amazing things that they are doing in community. So I'm really excited about my guest that I have on coming up first. Y'all, let me just get her name. And the Mission Bridges is the name of the organization. And when I actually did my research on the nonprofit, I was very impressed on what they do and what they're giving to the community. So I have backstage, y'all, and she's so beautiful, y'all. Just wait till she pop up on this screen. But Miss Cece Evans with Mission Bridges, and I'm bringing her here. Hi, Miss Sandra Robinson. I'm bringing her on to talk to us tonight. So without further ado, the way that we clap, because we can't see your claps, but go ahead and give us some hearts. If we dropping gems, put some gems out there. Whatever you want to do to show your love. But let's bring to the stage Cece Evans. Hi, Cece.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited to have you as a special guest here on Live TV. So we just want to start out with the first question of telling us about you and your nonprofit and why did you start this nonprofit?
Oh, well, thank you for having me. My name is Cece Evans, and I am the executive director of Mission Bridges. And I formed Mission Bridges in 2016. I've worked in nonprofit, Goodwill, Salvation Army, Cancer Society, all the big ones, and I would volunteer with smaller nonprofits. And I realized that they had a problem with capacity building and getting funding because they didn't have funds to pay to get grants and things. So I decided I was going to create Mission Bridges. Hence our name. Our mission is to bridge the gap between veterans, women, minority, and ex-offenders. Those are our primary focus. We'll help anybody, but those are our sole focus, because our research showed that those were the individuals who lacked access to the necessary resources to start and grow a successful business and or nonprofit. So Mission Bridges hence was created. And so we provide free one-on-one training and coaching. We have free and low-cost workshops and training classes. We connect them with mentors. We connect them with other community partners, because we believe collaboration when you're small is the big key to growing. So we connect them with other nonprofits, and we also connect them with the services and different things that they need. So our goal is to bridge that gap and help that demographic be able to create a better future, leave a legacy for their kids, and it improves the community at the same time.
Wow. Now, I heard you say something, and this is something that went out because I started my nonprofit in 2009. And we actually had a reentry program that we were trying to, we was working it, but we kind of incorporated the arts because we had guys that was coming out of prison and they were rapper, actors, singers. So for me to hear you talk about the reentry community, because that is dear to my heart as well. So how is that working as far as people that are getting out or maybe already out, may have gotten in a little trouble or something? So how does that work for people that are coming out with reentry and needing this type of assistance?
Well, so far, we've had great success with the individuals that we work with. Our ultimate goal is to be able to get into the prisons and catch them as soon as they're coming out and introduce them to Mission Bridges. But as it stands now, the people that come to us typically come from someone that's a word of mouth. Oh, I had a background and she helped me. They can go help you as well. So I would say that honestly, probably 65% of our clientele are ex-offenders and 90% are women. So that tells you a lot about the people that we help. And it's been very successful because they come in and they have some insecurities on if they can do it. And I'm a great coach. I'll just tell you that they all tell me it's you that keeps me going, because I talk to them like you talk to us. I'm layman's, we're not technical jargon. I'm gonna break it down to the lowest common denominator for you to get it. I'll hold your hand through it. I'm gonna connect you, because we're not just a training program. We are here because starting a business is one thing, then they have to know how to grow it. So we are here through all aspects until they get to the point that they say, hey, we don't need you guys anymore. We've got this. And maybe then they come back and be a mentor to someone else to say, hey, I walked in your shoes, so I can tell you that this will work if you just follow the program.
Wow, that is amazing. And actually, I was so excited, like I say, first, to just when I got to read up on your nonprofit to see what you were doing, because I got a couple of people that I definitely will be sending your way that are trying to, ex-offenders that actually that are working for themselves, but they need to get it set up the proper way in order to, get all of the benefits of having a business, being a business owner.
Yes. And that's what we are about. Because I'm like you, the ex-offenders are passionate to my heart, because we all have someone in our family that has experienced it. We know someone. And to me, that was the demographic that really has the hardest struggle. You want them to come out and get their lives together. But if all the doors are shut on them because now they have a felony on their background, then a person is going to do what they need to do to survive, and they're going to go to what they know. So our goal is to teach them, if you're smart enough to run drugs, you're smart enough to run a business. You just need us to get out here and show you how to do it. And like you, they're great artists. You see, they're creative with their minds, the things that they come up with to create in jail. We tap into that energy and say, let's find your passion. And if you love it, then it won't feel like work with all the work that it takes for an entrepreneur to get started.
Exactly. And that's the thing is being able to have somebody support you, have your back, because it's hard. Yeah. And yes, I do know a lot of offenders. Okay. And it's hard when you are trying to get back in society and, you paid your dues for what you've done. And so, hey, it's good that we have a program such as yours where they can actually get out here and create businesses and be profitable at the same time. So what is your protocol as far as getting into your organization? What would they have to do?
They can visit our website, missionbridges.org. We have a form on there where they can send us their contact information, tell us where they are in their business stage, if it's just an idea phase, if they've actually registered a name, started a process, and then we'll contact them and bring them in for a one-on-one interview so we can learn about them, understand where they are, what their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, and develop a plan of action. Then we put coaching sessions and get them into our training class. They can also call us 817-330-4112 as well if they don't, or some people aren't tech savvy, I've also learned. So the phone works. You can call us and we'll be happy to schedule you an appointment. And like I say, for women, minority, veterans, and ex-offenders, if they fall in those categories, our services are free of charge to them. So there's no reason for them not to take advantage of it. You don't have to decide, try to start a business or take the money I do make from this little job and pay my rent. We want to alleviate all barriers. We want you to have no excuse not to pursue your dream.
And what is that phone number again? I want to actually post that.
It's 817-330-4112.
4112. Okay. 330-44112. 12. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we definitely want to get that information out. Now we're going to switch the gears a little bit. We're going to talk about collaboration because I heard it. Your camera must have frozen up a little bit, but we can hear you just fine. I don't know what happened going on with the camera, but we can hear you just fine. But let's talk about collaborations and what is your experience? Because honestly, I think I've talked to all the other nonprofits, y'all. I'm just now really, I'll be shaming myself, but I had some experiences with collaborating and I'm like, you know what? I'm done with that. But over the years of learning that has been a hindrance to me, and that was not a good decision on my part of not collaborating with other nonprofits. And I'm really excited about this event this weekend because all of you, I mean, the nonprofits that I'm so glad that y'all signed up and decided to come out this weekend and collaborate. And I'm praying that this is something that we can do ongoing, where we can support and help each other. But what is your take on collaborating?
Oh, I am a big proponent of collaboration. Again, like I say, especially when you are small, because you can expand your resources from your manpower to the dollars raised. Now, you don't just collaborate with anybody that comes. You vet out the person, the organization that will make the perfect partner, that you're not competing. And that's one thing I try to connect other nonprofits, the nonprofits together is, I don't want to put you with, if you're both doing homeless outreach feeding, well, I don't think they would make a great partner because they're going to worry that, oh, well, they're going to take resources that we could get. But a good example would be Mission Bridges. We have a partner. He started out as one of our clients, Jack Brown, with peer-to-peer whole wellness. Okay. We've created a partnership for the last 3 years because we serve the similar demographic. They provide peer support to veterans, people, ex-offenders. They help them find jobs. They give them mental health counseling, substance abuse counseling, help them get their veterans benefits, get whatever they need to get back into society. So, of course, it was a great transition that, like we said, most ex-offenders are great people with talent. He can send them over to me, and because we even work with job preparedness, because entrepreneurship may not be for everyone. So we have a computer lab, so we still give them job preparedness, teaching them resumes, interviewing, finding the job. So our partnership has worked for 3 years till people actually think we are one, because you see us everywhere in the community. But when he goes, he speaks about us. When we go, we speak about him. So it gives him exposure to an audience that he may not have been invited to be in front of. And the same with me. So the collaboration for us works. We've gotten joint funding. So that's helped because it increased our funding opportunities when we can show their funds or going to 2 organizations and we're working together. So I'm a big proponent that when you are small, find your right partner. We put MOUs in place, which is memorandums of understanding, so that we make sure everybody understands what we're bringing to the table, what we expect to get, so there's no future conflict. And I think that's a step a lot of small ones make. They don't think of the legalities. It's a business. Though we work well together, we still have to both cover the interests of our individual organization. And then each year, we're doing ours later this year in December. We did it in March last year, but we did our first nonprofit expo, which is going to be our annual event because it's a place that we bring nonprofits and for-profits together. So the for-profit partnerships are great as well. That's how you can get that increased funding if you can partner with an organization. So that was put together just to bring those 2 entities together, to introduce them so that they could find partnerships, collaborations, find things of mutual interest. And last year we had about 150 people in attendance our first year, and 15 walked out with collaborations with somebody of some sort. So for us, the mission worked.
Yes. Oh my God. And see, that is what I am enjoying hearing, because like I say, collaboration, I've learned the hard way. that is what we need to do. Oh my God, we already at 7:15. Well,
Oh,
let me just say that went so fast. And I'm just seeing all the comments in the chat. Thank you, Chanel. She's actually going to be on with us in a little bit. But thank you so much, Cece. Is there anything, any events that you're having, anything that you want to share with us in regards to your nonprofit that you would like to see us show up to? Just whatever you want to share.
Um, um, I don't have any events coming up other than, like I say, our nonprofit expo is coming up in November of this year, and I would love for you all to come to that. Like I said, you could be on our panel. We have speakers, we educate them, then we network with them. We let the nonprofits set up tables to highlight what they do so you can go learn about them and see how you can work together. So that's our biggest thing that's coming up this year. We have other things we're trying to schedule in the works, but we don't have any of them definitive other than the expo, our second year at the expo here in Arlington. So we'd love for you all to be involved. We always need volunteers to just come help. You could be a mentor. It could be virtual. We always need volunteer mentors, and just tell people about us and tell them it's no reason not to come because it's free. We want to help you. We are about seeing our mission is your mission. If you're not successful, we're not successful. So we're bought into making sure they're successful.
Awesome. Well, you know what? I can't wait to hug you and meet you in person this weekend.
Saturday, yay.
So y'all, if y'all see, and let me tell y'all something. I got my other guests, TD Foundation. They didn't pop in, baby. Let me tell you, these nonprofits ready. They ain't here to play. We here to slay. Okay. So I'm excited about this weekend. If you all want to learn more about Mission Bridges, see, I did this purposely to give y'all these little 15 minutes, these little nuggets, because now your interest is peaked, and guess what? It's free to attend this weekend. Visit our website at ladiesandfilm.org. Let me go ahead and put that up there so you can go ahead and register. We still have a few seats, and when I say few, I mean very few, but go register. It's free. We're going to have food, drinks out there. We're going to have volleyball, 3-on-3 basketball. We even got some improv acting classes. Y'all, we're going to be acting out there in the park. So y'all come on and join us. CC, give me your closing remarks, whatever you want to, some words of encouragement before we leave. The floor is yours.
Thank you. I look forward to Saturday. I'll lead off with that. I can't wait to meet all the other great nonprofits. Hope I'll have the opportunity to work with them, maybe find some collaborations, some things, because we also help the nonprofits. So if y'all need help as well, we are here to help you guys as well, because we don't just help them start. We help those small ones that need to build capacity. But believe in your dream. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. The sky is the limit. Just go for it.
Yes. Well, thank you again. I look forward to seeing you this weekend, and you have a good night.
You too.
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. That was Mission Bridges, guys. We will be out in Cravens Park this Saturday for Humanity Unite Fest. This is the first fest that Ladies in Film and Television has put on. We're excited for we have 10 nonprofits that will be in the place. And we want to shout out to our sponsors, Pepsi, Trader Joe's. We want to shout out to Raising Cane's, and also one more, Trader Joe's, Raising Cane, Pepsi. There's one more, y'all. Annie, I see you online. We got one more. I have to remember who that is because they're going to get me. But I want to thank y'all so much. But we're going to bring on our next guest from TD Foundation. Y'all, this is another amazing. When I Googled them, I was so excited when I learned who she was and what she do in the community. Without further ado, and we're going to have to go over a few more minutes because I got to give her whole 15 minutes. So without further ado, we're going to bring on TD Foundation. And I think I'm pronouncing her name right. I have Miss Takesha Dye. All right. Hello. Uh-oh, I think the camera. Hold on. Wonder Bread. Thank you, Annie. Annie, keep me straight. Hold on, y'all. I think we're having some technical difficulties. Give me just 1 second. We're letting Miss Di get everything set up. And yes, while they're setting everything up, again, thank you, Annie, for that update. We have Wonder Bread is our other sponsor, and they have been amazing. They've actually, okay, we got some technical issues, so they're going to log out and log back in. They have donated our bread, so we're really excited for them. Trader Joe's, again, we shout out to them. Pepsi, we shout out to them as well. So we're going to plan to have a really good time out there this weekend. And if you are interested in joining us, it is free. Come check out these nonprofits and see what they have going on, how you can support, how you can possibly join. You may want to become a member of one of those nonprofits. You might want to join Ladies in Film and Television. Come out, chit chat with us, and learn more. And we actually have a special guest that will be joining us. That is our special guest who will be coming in talking about human trafficking. She's actually is a survivor of human trafficking. So Chong Kim will be in the house to talk about trafficking. And I don't know if y'all have noticed, but lately, there are a lot of people coming up missing in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I am sick of seeing these flyers and people sharing these flyers. And these are adults as well as youth that are coming up missing out of nowhere. You know, they're doing all kind of trafficking. Y'all know that they're doing taking people organs, right? So we definitely want you to come out to even learn about the trafficking that we will have a brief session on as well. So you'll get a chance to talk to her. Looks like TD Foundation has made it back in. We're going to see if the sound is right. But thank y'all so much. But hold on. Hey, can you hear
me? Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I am fine. Thank you so much. It always happens like that when you're trying to do something, technology or something else. But yes, we got you.
Nonetheless, I am here. That's all that matters. The problem is solved.
That's all that matters. Well, let us first say thank you so much for joining us. We're going to jump right on into it. I need you to just tell me who you are. Talk to me about this TD Foundation, because let me tell you, I got super excited reading about your nonprofit. Yes, I was all over your website, and I'm just excited to meet you and can't wait to hug you in person on Saturday. But talk to us. Tell us, who are you and why did you come up with this TD Foundation? Because I know.
Sure. Like you said, my name is Takesha Dye. I am a Grand Prairie police officer. I have been with the department for 12 years. Born and raised in Florida. I moved to Texas for that job. And doing the job, doing what law enforcement do, we do have to make arrests. And so in my tenure, I was dealing with a lot of juveniles, and I switched over to our community service division and became one of our school resource officers. And so when I became a school resource officer and getting to talk and really build those relationships with our youth and our teens, I realized that a lot of our teens were getting into trouble and having to deal with law enforcement because the lack of need of things that they were needing outside of school and in their home life. And so, when you look at, issues that teens are having, if you talk to them, there's a need that they're lacking. And so I started TD Foundation to, one, bridge that gap as a law enforcement officer with our teens, but also to see how I can give back and help those kids that I know, they have a bright future. They just need the support. And so as a law enforcement officer, I believe in community policing. And so this is one of those pillars for me that I believe goes a long way within our community. And so I started TD Foundation as our mission is empowering and equipping the next generation of leaders, giving our kids positive resources and helping them build life skills while they're in middle school and high school, and hoping that they can be successful, whether that's college or getting a job. College is not for everybody, but we just want them to be productive members of society in whatever path they choose in this life. So.
Wow. And so, yeah, because I read, I was like, oh, she's a police officer. Oh, so, and I was looking over. So what is your, I'm gonna say the most, I'm sure I know your whole nonprofit is valuable, but what is just the most valuable asset? What part that you just enjoyed the most?
Sure. So our main focus program is SOAR, which stands for Students Overcoming and Achieving Results. And so that is near and dear for me because we get a lot of kids that come in and we're be able to just kind of love on them, whatever that means, whether that's providing home resources or academic support. We do a lot of things in the community, teaching them how to give back to other people. We bring a lot of businesses and guest speakers in to be able to pour into them. So I think for me, that program I love the most because you get to really see our youth flourish. You know, from the time we start with them, by the end of that year, they've grown. You know, they've grown in confidence, self-esteem, and so that's always good to see how kids are growing, and it's just a test to us and what we're doing in our community. So the opportunity as me as a law enforcement officer continuing to pour in our teens and for kids in my community to be able to have a great relationship with a police officer. You know,
Yes.
when the news tells them otherwise, you know, they have their own experience that they can pull from and say, yeah, I know there's some bad ones, but hey, we got a good one here. And
Right.
she's poured into me. So that is what means the most to me.
I love that. I love that. We actually we hosted an event because we have a group called Destiny Squad Youth Radio. They are youth journalists.
Mhm.
We are trying to get them back up during the pandemic. We actually went down. And so we still got the kids, but we're trying to get our talk show back going. And they actually hosted a Peace for Pizza event. And we had officers from Tarrant County, Sheriff
Oh,
Department. We
nice.
had Arlington, Fort Worth. I didn't think we have anybody come from Grand Prairie, but we hosted an event in Arlington, and we had a pizza. I think it was Papa John's donated all the pizza, and Pepsi did all the drinks, and that we had a community forum for the youth
Nice.
and the police officers to come out. So hey, we're gonna have to get together.
Yeah. Hey, you have my information. I'm just a email or phone call away.
All right. Well, we're going to slide right into this next question, which is we're going to be meeting Saturday, like I said, and you're going to be out there. So, y'all, I know she has some technical difficulties, but like I say, I planned this strategically because I didn't want her giving you a lot anyway. So, y'all really got a little bit from her tonight. But you come on out Saturday, you'll be able to talk to her. We are always needing volunteers and people to come out and support. So that is the purpose of this event, is for number one, for us to network with each other, but also bring in the community and learn about these nonprofits, because I knew nothing about any of you. So I'm really, really excited about learning more. But let's talk quickly about collaborations. And for us nonprofit coming together, and I know this weekend we're going to come together. What is your thought about collaboration? Because I'm loving the answers that I'm getting. Why should we collaborate?
And that's for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I believe collaboration is how we all get there. You know, we weren't made to do this alone in any walk of life. And so I think in order for us to grow as a community, as a people, as a business world, I think collaboration is very important. You get to see, and you know, just like me, I didn't know you guys had some things where your kids were talking to law enforcement, but you get to learn more about other people and what they're doing. And it's not just about what you're doing, but you know, extending that hand to the next business or nonprofit or community member that's in need. And so as you continue to collaborate, you continue to see room where you can grow, where you can connect, and where you can pour into others as well as they pour into you. So I
Yes.
love collaboration.
Wow. Well, you know what? I am so excited. Every time I talk to one of you, I've interviewed last week, then I got you guys on tonight, and I tell you, and I was like posting like, y'all, because last night, I'm not gonna lie, I said, let me go through here. And you know, I can't be getting on here acting like I need to know what they're doing, you know. So of course I did my research, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I mean, it's really exciting, and especially knowing that you are an officer. We definitely need our children, especially children of color, Black and brown children, to understand, because we do feel threatened. We do feel like, you know, we see what happened. So we want our kids to understand that all police officers are not like that. They are here to protect and serve. And it's real good when they see one Black and brown like them. Okay. That's encouraging. So tell us anything that you have going on, because I do see my next guest backstage, Ms. Vandra Noel. But tell us anything that you have going on, anything that you want us to know. And I also want you to close out with some words of encouragement.
Sure. I'll tell you quickly. July 26th, we'll be hosting our first youth conference in Grand Prairie. This is something that, as an organization, has been on our organizational goals for the last 2 to 3 years, and so we've been able to put that into play and see it come into fruition. So we have some guest speakers, and we started this. We wanted to do this because as kids go back into school, we always supply them with the tangible needs, the backpacks, the school supplies, and so we wanted to see what can we do to holistically pour into our youth. So we're doing a youth conference, and we have 4 breakout sessions, which will do mental wellness, diversity, equity, and inclusion, entrepreneurship, and then youth leadership and effective communication. And so we wanted to not only support our kids tangibly for backpacks, but give them something to ignite that passion as they're starting the school year, something to, provoke their thoughts positively. And so we have that going on. The flyer is on our social media websites.
Okay.
That is
that the correct website? Is it .org?
www.tdfoundation.net. So it's a .net. Yes.
Hold on, let me switch that. Keep talking.
Yeah, no worries. But you guys can follow us on social media. Instagram's TD Foundation. We post there a lot, as well as our Facebook and LinkedIn. So we have about 50 kids that are signed up, or slots for that. I think we have about 6 slots left open. So if you guys know any kids, whether Arlington or Grand Prairie, feel free to get them signed up. We'll provide breakfast, lunch for them, some giveaways, and it'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time. Yes.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to connect with you on that, because I would love to come out. Definitely support, bring our youth out as well. And but everybody, y'all heard what she said. Now give us those words of encouragement before you leave. What is it that you want people to take away from what you just discussed, or something maybe you didn't even say?
I would say this: 24 hours. If you can repeat after me, 24 hours. God gives us, every one of us, the same 24 hours. And the amount of success you will see, I don't believe that there are some people that have a God-given talent, but I believe we all have the same avenue to reach the levels of success that the others have. And so what do you do with those 24 hours? When you wake up from the time your feet hit the ground, what are you going to do with your 24 hours to make a difference?
Wow, love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I can't wait, y'all. When you come out, they're gonna be set up. The booths are gonna be set up, so you're gonna have from 11 to 3, y'all. Y'all know it get hot in Texas. Don't play with us, okay? Don't play with us. Don't come at no 301, because y'all gonna see people loading up, heading in the car, because we in Texas. So 11 to 3. And come on out, and you'll get a chance to talk to her even more, learn more about her nonprofit. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. I look forward to meeting and partnering and collaborating with you guys. And you just have a great night.
Thank you so much, Miss Jeanette. You guys do the same.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. We are moving right along. Oh my God, I love it. 24 hours. Did y'all? I see somebody that posted it. There you go. So y'all took them gems that she just dropped, right? 24 hours. What are we going to do within them 24 hours? Okay. Yes. Miss Annie say that is beautiful. Yes. Her nonprofit is beautiful. I'm telling you, when I saw it and went browsing, I was like, oh my God, I wish we had more, but that's okay. I can bring them back. This is my show. I can bring them back. Okay. But we have our next guest backstage. Let's see. Miss Vandra, I don't think she has her camera on yet. So when she turns her camera on, that's going to let me know that she's ready. Miss Vandra knows, y'all, I know her personally, and I'm so excited to have her come on. Actually, I'm sorry. No, she's not next. Wait a minute. Chanel, there we go. Get it together, Greenwood. I'm excited. Look, let me tell y'all, they showed up on time. You see what I'm saying? Vandra is before time. That's why I got her confused. But I see Chanel backstage as well. Y'all, now this lady, I went to her website, and I know her because she's also a member of Ladies in Film and Television. And I went to the website And I just got to bring her on and let her tell you about this, because it's definitely what she's doing and why she's doing it is it pulls on your heartstrings. So without further ado, y'all, and her nonprofit is called Selfless. Listen to this: Selfless Love and Active Beat. So without further ado, y'all put them hearts and hands together and welcome Chanel Budd.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here. So thank you.
Yes, thank you for accepting the invite. Let me get some information from you, because let me see. I need to make sure I have your website correct. What is your website?
It's Selfless Love and ActiveBeat.com.
Selfless Love and
Active Beat.
Selfless Love.
ActiveBeat.com.
Got it. I want to make sure, and I got your email address. So while I'm doing this, come on and tell everybody who you are. Tell us about this amazing nonprofit, and also tell us why. Why did you create this nonprofit?
So Selfless Love and Active Beat is a nonprofit that acknowledges and supports caregivers of transplant recipients or those who are needing an organ transplant or organ failure. And it was founded in honor of my late husband, Alvin Lee Sr., Bud Sr. And he was a transplant recipient. He got a heart transplant Mother's Day of 2018. And he had his transplant for 3 years, and then he transitioned. He was called home. And so during the process, he was 50 years old, actually.
Wow,
so
young.
Yes. So I was a widow at 45 years old. And so during the process, though, he showed me so many things. And I'm one that always believe that, your journey is not in vain.
Come on.
Whatever you go through in life is not in vain. And so I always looked at okay, what are you trying to show me? Because I'm not going through this for no reason, right? And he wasn't going through that for no reason. And so I found a lot of things within the caregiving aspects that you don't know until you go through it. And I had to go through it without knowing anything. It was my first time and prayerfully my last time to endure that. But I want to be able to be a voice, in support of others that find themselves in circumstances like that, to where they don't know. And so I founded Selfless Love and Active Beat. And that's my why. My why is to, be a vessel and to be of support and offer resources and everything for those who don't know. Caregivers, especially, because being a caregiver, you are so busy, right? You're a mother, you're a wife, you have all of these different responsibilities or titles going on.
Yes.
And you forget about you. And a lot of times it's not that you forget about you, it's just that you have to get through it.
Right.
And so we are here to, support and see that caregivers get their self-care days. We offer, I'm a self-love coach and relationship coach as well. And so these are aspects within the nonprofit that we're going to be offering for you to get that coaching and that support, but also those self-care days, and it will be spread about for everybody to be able to receive that. I am a startup company, nonprofit. We founded in October of 2022. And now I am out here, making sure that people will get to know who we are and what we offer to the community. And I'm real big on love. I'm real big on us as African Americans, as well as everyone else. But there's aspects of our lives where we don't understand that your environment or things that you have been through in your life and past traumas, if you do not do the work,
Come
it can
on.
cause major health problems that result in, all types of health issues. And some I do understand and acknowledge, like my husband, for instance, his was genetic. But that didn't help the fact of having other issues as well, right? With the things that we endure. Okay.
Right.
And so it's going to be very, very deep level. I'm here and open to speak with anyone on any platform, high schools, middle schools, and just getting out in the community to let us break these cycles and try to help it. Like, I'm a part of the preventative if we can. And on the post part of, the post side, we are here in building. I'm looking for more board members.
Okay.
I would like to, get some more board members on. We are looking for volunteers as well. Everybody will be CPR certified.
Okay.
And we are going to be offering respite care, right? So that's for the caregivers to go out and get their self-care day. So we're looking at 4 to 6 hour increments to be able to have someone go in and interact with their loved one who is a recipient or waiting on a transplant. They will be self-sufficient. So they'll be able to still get around and do what they need to do, but just oversee and make sure they're okay.
Yes.
And have time. So yes.
Wow. And now, was this nonprofit, was it started before your husband passed away, or did you start it after?
After.
Okay. Wow. This is, it's let me say this. It's so amazing because my next guest nonprofit is called I Am Resilient with Caregivers. That's the name of her nonprofit.
Wow.
Yes, that's Vandra knows. She's actually she's backstage, but she went on. She watching too, so she's coming.
Wow.
She already said, "Oh, look,
wow, yes, absolutely."
So she will be there Saturday, and this is the whole purpose of this event: is to link us up. To link us up with one another. There's nothing wrong with me having a nonprofit and serving on your board. It's nothing wrong with
absolutely
us supporting each other and have being able to work for you the same way that I would work for me. You know what I'm saying? With no hidden agendas. Okay.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited about this weekend. How are you feeling about this weekend?
I'm excited. I've already started preparing. I've already been like putting it out there. Like, this is going to be amazing. And I know it is.
Yes.
And I just thank you. I thank you.
Y'all are all blessings to me because this is something, and we get ready to switch conversation because we're going to talk about why should you collaborate. This is something, and I told the last group of people, I tried to collaborate when I hit the floor running in 2009. My heart got broke. I got lied to. And finally, I say, bump that. I'm not going to deal with people. I'm going to make it on my own. That was my attitude up until I'm embarrassed. 2024.
Don't be embarrassed.
It's
God's timing. It's God's timing.
Yes, it is. And you know what?
Timing.
It's his timing. And listening to all of you and everyone that has come out and all of my mentors that have been doing me like this, because I be like, I ain't gonna deal with them people because they'll tell you gonna do this and I ain't got time, It's a beautiful thing. In your opinion, why do you feel you should collaborate?
So I thought like you as well.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't the only one.
You're not alone.
Okay.
I thought like you as well. And I do understand that it does take a team and that we were created, right, to multiply.
Yes.
And if it was just supposed to be just us, it wouldn't have been, right?
Right.
Just one person. And so I believe firmly in it's who you collaborate with.
Yes.
And it's
That's
in the
it.
timing. In the
Yes.
timing. Yep.
Yes.
And so I'm excited. I feel like collaboration is powerful, and us being on one accord and understanding what each other's missions and visions are and seeing it all come to pass together.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I I'm so excited about Saturday. And let me kick my shots out right again this time. I think I got all my sponsors now. Thank you, Annie. We're gonna shout out to Wonder Bread. Come on, y'all, give them some heart. We're going to shout out to Pepsi, Raising Cane's, and Trader Joe's. Thank them so much. They are providing our food, our drinks, our prizes, and we're just super excited for them. And I'm just super excited for you. I know that it's going to be amazing collab because Vandra, she's already out here woohooing. She ready to meet you. And I'm just excited. I feel like God, like you said, it's God's timing. You know, I'm like 15 years. I could have been probably further along, but
Yes, I
but
understand.
you know what? Sometimes He protect us, even in our ignorance. He protect us.
Yes, yes,
Okay, He protect
yes.
us. So I'm excited. I'm truly excited about what I feel is going to happen Saturday between all of us as well as the community that are coming out, because we all need volunteers. We all need members. We need people. We need one another.
Yes.
So I want you to tell us whatever you have going on, whatever you want to talk about, and then leave us with some closing inspirational words.
So I am going to be putting together a community. I would like community awareness. So being that I am a nonprofit that is just, starting out and getting the word out and everything, I would like to hear from the community, the caregivers, what the needs are. Because I do already have, my plan in place, but it's important and very, very imperative that we understand exactly what your needs are as well. Um, and so that's one of the things I want to do. I want to have a beautiful, community engagement. And
Okay.
and then as far as events, that's the one I want to have soon. And then
Okay.
as far as like anything else right now, my website is selflesslove.inactivebeat.com. There's more information about who I am, the history and everything, and then signups where you can sign up to be a volunteer or a sponsor. And so yeah.
Well, and you said selfless love. Did I leave out something?
Selfless Love Active Beat. And it's Selfless Love and Active Beat. That's the name of the nonprofit.
Okay.
But you're right, you didn't leave out anything.
Okay,
The
good.
website, yes, the website is just without the and.
Okay, got it. So the website is correct, y'all. Go ahead and go over there and start clicking and learning more. But if you want to learn more, come out this Saturday, meet her in living color, live and in person. Y'all heard her say she's excited. I better get my little booth stuff together. Y'all probably gonna be having y'all stuff real cute and stuff. We gonna get our stuff together. I've been so busy, I ain't even finna lie. So hopefully we'll have our little stuff together, ladies in film and television. But I'm excited to have you, and please leave us with some words of encouragement, because I see we got Miss Vandra Knoll backstage, and y'all, she ready to connect with you already. But leave us with some words of encouragement.
So the words of encouragement I have is to always believe in yourself, never doubt yourself. Speak positive words over yourself daily, your affirmations and everything like that. And just know that you're not to compare yourself to anyone else. Just be the best version that you can be for yourself. And every day you get up and you try, right? You just get up. I don't care what it looks like for you. To get up and persevere is doing a great work. So that's what I have to say. Just continue to keep getting up and keep going forward.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I look forward to seeing you and give me some more hugs on Saturday. And we coming to have a good time and just let the community see what we got going on and see how they can support and how we can support each other. Thank you so
Thank you
much for
so
joining
much.
us. You're
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you. All right, y'all. I did not tell y'all we have some amazing nonprofits. So now we up to Miss Vandra Knowles. So she's backstage, and let's see here right quick. She has a nonprofit as well, of course. And let me see. I got to get my stuff. Vandra, whenever you turn your camera on, I'm ready to bring you on. She's still out there in the audience talking and chatting. Get on backstage here, lady. Oh boy. Yes, it is a wonderful blessing to definitely have our nonprofits show up tonight. Saturday, y'all. Let's just, if you were interested in coming, it will be in Arlington, Texas at Craven Park. That's the information scrolling across the screen right there. So let me see what we got going on. Let's see where she at. Gotta come back in the room, Vandra. She got stuck out there in YouTube land. Let's see what's going on. The link is in your phone. You go back because it's showing that you're backstage, Vandra. I see you backstage, but your camera is not on. Oh, she's trying to turn that camera on. And I don't think I can. Let me see if I can request. No, I can't request you to turn your camera on, so it don't let me do that. Yeah, because it shows that you're back here. Y'all, we're having a little technical difficulty. Let me put our little commercial on real quick. Y'all go nowhere. Let me see. Because it's a cute little commercial. Y'all, I just want to show it again anyway.
And I know someday that it'll all turn out. You'll make me work so we can work it out. And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half timing and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right.
Oh, I was just jamming. Hey, I'm back and I see Vandra made it in, y'all. So without further ado, I can see everything she's doing. She's setting up a camera and she's getting real cute, y'all. Hold on. Did she say, wait a minute, Jeanette? All right. Y'all, she ready now. Y'all, without further ado, we have our next guest, and her nonprofit is, it's I Am Resilient with Caregivers. Now, wasn't that something that we just got a caregiver off, and now we got another one? Even though hers is with people that are going through donors, that are going through organ transplants, but hey, it's still caregiving. So without further ado, let me bring her to the stage, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey. How y'all doing?
Doing okay. How you doing?
I'm okay.
We're good. And I thank you for joining me today. Personally, I know her, y'all, and today is a day that's kind of rough on her, but she made it in anyway, so it ain't my testimony to tell. But come on, Vandra, tell us, y'all. This is a minister too, y'all. Let me tell y'all, if y'all ain't ever heard somebody speak the word, Lord have mercy, can she ever? But she's a blessing in herself. But tell us about your nonprofit. Tell us who you are, and tell us why did you start this nonprofit.
Okay, great. My name is Vandra Noel, as my sister stated. I started just like a ministry. It was called Resilient Caregivers at first. And then I was gifted by one of my spiritual moms with the nonprofit. And it is I Am Resilient with Caregivers. I have been a caregiver for 29 years.
Wow.
Started off taking care of my son who was asthmatic. At 9 months old, he ended up having asthma. His lungs collapsed several times. They didn't think he was going to make it. So he went through that for like 14 years.
Wow.
And then after that, I was previously married, but my ex-husband's grandmother became like my grandmother because both of my grandparents were deceased. And so we really got close. And when she ended up getting dementia, I became her caregiver.
Oh,
And that was my
wow.
first time dealing with dementia. I didn't know anything about it. She actually ended up dealing with the sundowners first, and then it went into progressive dementia. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I literally took care of her for like 8 years until she passed away. Thank God for my now husband, because when I started dating him, um, you know what? No. Yeah, that's right. When I started dating him, I was taking care of my ex-husband's grandmother. Me and my ex-husband were divorced. And so she was still family to me. I was not going
Oh,
to lose her.
wow.
And
Wow.
my husband now would help me like meet her at the doctor and all that type of stuff. And when she passed away, he stood by my side. I did her eulogy. I preached about Ruth and Naomi.
Come on now.
Girl. But anyway, don't get me started because I'll start crying. Okay, so after she passed away, then my mom got diagnosed with fourth stage lymphoma cancer. And at
Mm.
the time, my daughter had just had my grandson, and she ended up contracting a mastitis in her breast that was threatening. They were threatening to take her breast.
Mhm.
And at that same time, my son was going through some issues with some drug addiction. So I had him, my daughter, and my mom all at the
Oh,
same time.
wow.
It was only God. So my mom, she got a little better. And then my aunt, which is my mom's sister, she got sick and she didn't have any children. So I started taking care of her. And then my mom got sick again. So I had my aunt and my mom at the same time.
Oh, my
Aunt
goodness.
died in October of 2019, and then my mom died July of 2020. So they died kind of back to back. And then my husband got sick 2 years ago with a autoimmune disease. It just happened all of a sudden. He called me one day from work and said, "I can't see. Everything is double." But 6 years prior to that, he had had a stroke and was experiencing the same thing. So I thought maybe he was having another stroke, but it wasn't that. He dealt with double vision for 2 years. Um, he just went back to work in February, but for 2 years, I literally had to take care of him. Like his equilibrium was off. He couldn't
Oh,
feed himself.
wow.
It was like really, really bad. But to God be the glory. Uh,
Yes.
Part of me was angry. I
Come
was,
on.
because I'm just like, I got to be a caregiver again. But God has shown me through my life that everybody cannot be a caregiver. It's a matter of your heart. If
Yes.
you don't have a heart for people, period, but especially those that you love, you will mishandle them, you will mistreat them, and you will do some things that just aren't right.
Right.
And so in the process of that, I've shut my salon down like 3 times, and so I lost a lot of my clientele. And at first I was feeling, some kind of way, but I realized those that stayed were those that were for me, because
Right.
no job, no client, no salon, no preaching engagement, no nothing was coming before my mama. It just was not going to happen. And
Wow.
so God graced me with the ability to do all of that, because I could not have done it without God's strength. It's just no way I could have. And when I look back on it, I realized my husband's making noise, y'all just overlook him. I realized that it was all God. And so I have a heart for caregivers, because in the midst of being a caregiver, we are forgotten about. And
Come
it's
on.
not on purpose. You know, they always say, well, how's your mama? Well, how's your grandmother? How's your auntie? How's your husband? How is this? Nobody asks, how are you doing? Are you okay? Nobody
Right.
asked that. And I felt lonely. I it was days that I just didn't want to get up and go any further. I'm just like, my whole world stopped and everybody else's world to me kept going. And it
Yes.
was like, you know, when you were kids, like my mom, if I was in trouble, she wouldn't let me go outside and play. And I would have to look outside and all my friends running up and down the street. That's how I felt as a caregiver. I was looking out while everybody else was living, and I was stuck in the house taking care of
Of
something.
everybody. Mm.
But when I started it, I watched people, like, not to be nosy, but I'm a watcher, and God has given me that ability. I have discernment, and I watch. And I started just watching different people posting about their caregiving journey. I started listening to my clients talk about, you know, some of their loved ones being caregivers. And God said, I want you to be a blessing to them because you know this life.
Wow.
So I started just getting gifts and asking people close to me if they could donate. And my first encounter of being a blessing, it was called From Burnout to Blessings. And what I
Oh, okay.
was roll up on them, honey. I would roll up on them. I done roll up on people's jobs. They looking at me like, who are you and why are you here? But I would have gifts for them and cards and journals. And I actually had some journals and I need to get some more made. But my journal book said, when things are not right, RIGHT, then you write, WRITE. And so that was the journal that I told my caregivers to write in, because sometimes we can't articulate how we feel without being
Right.
judged. Okay.
Okay.
Because I could write down and say, I'm real mad today. Why my mama still sick? Like, what? You know, but you can't tell somebody else that, because they'll be looking at you like, so do you want your mama dead? Or, you know, it's all of that caregivers, they need an outlet, but they need to know that they're not alone. And so it's been a journey for me, but I realized that God could trust me.
Come
And
on.
that's what keeps me
Yes.
humble. That's what keeps me grateful. He could literally trust me, because people that look at me, they don't know I've been a caregiver for 29 years. It's like been back to back to back to back to back. But God has been a sustainer and a keeper. And so I don't take any of it for granted. I just know that what I've gone through was not for me. It
Come
was not
on.
for me to hold on to it and be selfish. It was not for me to have a pity party and be like, I'm the only one going through. No, God put me through this so that I could go back and reach and get somebody else. See, that's the
Yes.
thing that we have to learn how to do. We have to go back and reach.
Come
We
on.
so busy worrying about what's around our own, you know, perimeter, that we don't want to go back and reach anyone. And so my prayer and my goal for the nonprofit is to network with other people. The woman before me, she is my sister. She don't know it, like, honey, baby. I'm gonna be stalking her in the daylight with a flashlight, okay? But I'm excited about Saturday because I'm so ready to network. I'm so ready to do big things. I'm actually planning I had a caregivers Christmas last year.
I
And
remember that. Yes.
yes, it was a success because it was my first time. You know, I was excited, but I saw a lot of mistakes that I made. I saw a lot of me not really reaching out and networking to get the help that I need, because I
Yes.
spent a whole lot of money. Mike was like, so where we gonna live after this? Boy, go lay down, because we gonna live, okay? But it was a blessing to be a blessing. So I'm working with a lady now, Tarika, I think that's her name.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Brown.
Yes. And she's
Uh-huh.
informing me of some grants and stuff. Because let me tell you the blessing, sister, that I got in the
Uh-oh.
nonprofit
Come on.
that I didn't know. I don't know nothing about nothing. All this is new to me. But my spiritual godmother, the nonprofit that she gave me was actually somebody else's that has not been working it. And so she changed the name. So when Tarika looked it up, it's like I have been having a nonprofit for 7 years.
What?
Good. Won't he do it?
Yes. Yes, he will.
So that's going to open more doors for me. But again, I'm new to this. I'm not true to this. And I can speak for that and say that. But what I want to say to you is I appreciate you. I appreciate you for your transparency, because yes, back then you did it and you didn't want to be bothered. You know, you didn't want to go through all of the hurt and stuff, because that's where I've been. I just do it myself. I don't want to ask for anybody. But God say in that, when he was ministering to me, he said, and that is pride. He said, and when you deal with pride, you're going to fall, Vandra. Look at my word. It doesn't matter what they say.
Come on.
You have not because you ask not. But when you don't want to ask, you're walking in pride. And that's not of me. And so I didn't like that. I was like, God, don't talk to me right now. Let me go back to sleep and let's try this later. But God's timing is perfect. And this is the season for what you are wanting to do and connecting other people. And I'm just excited because I believe that God is going to do some mind-blowing things. So yeah, you can talk now, girl, because I will keep talking, because baby.
No, but I'm really excited about, and thank you for being transparent, because that's what we need, is transparency in the world today. And caregiving is not easy. I mean, we had to do it for our mom, and let me tell you, it was 4 of us, and 5, Howard, in and out, know that.
Yes.
But it was hard.
Yes.
I can't even imagine being the only one. We were struggling trying to care for my mom. 5 of us.
I know.
It was hard. I mean, because everybody had jobs.
Yes.
Everybody had a life, husbands, other lives, and we're trying not to wear out one. Right. And us rotating. So, girl, God was with you to be by yourself and do all this.
I'm telling you, I know God was with me, because I really should be in the mental institution, all the things that I went through. I really should. But God, and I tell people, but God is my whole testimony.
Wow. Well, hey, we glad that you ain't in the mental institution, because we're going to see you on Saturday.
Yes, you will, honey. I got to try to get my tent and stuff together. I told Mike, when I got to get my tent together, and I'm going to make sure I put my weave in tight, because I don't want to sweat it out. But baby, we gonna do what we do, Saturday here.
So I'm excited, like I said, about everything. Congratulations on your nonprofit. We are your sisters. We are here to walk you through whatever you need. You know, you got my number personally. You can call me anytime, and we are here. So Saturday we're gonna hug on each other. That's the first thing we're gonna do.
Yes.
And then we're gonna get a chance to collaborate and find out how we can do bigger and better things in the community, you know, and be able to be part of each other network. And I think that is just so amazing. And when I found out, I knew what you did, but when I went to Chanel's page and I knew she had something, then I say, oh, and they back to back on this schedule. And y'all scheduled it. I didn't schedule them, y'all.
That was the Lord.
In there and,
you know what? The Lord did that.
Yes.
Do you hear me? Divine appointment.
Yes. Schedule them back to back. So we are excited to be able to network with you. We're excited that you're a part of the nonprofit community, and we welcome you in. And we're here to just definitely show you what we know and learn from you as well. Yes. But I want to give you the floor to tell us anything that you got going or coming up. And also, but when you finish with all that, I want you to give us some words of encouragement, because today I know is a rough day for you, but you put what you was going through aside, right, and you showed up for this occasion to be a blessing to us. So whatever is on your heart, whatever you want to share, and I'm going to allow you to close us out. And don't rush. Take your time. Take your time. I'm not rushing you. So whatever's on your heart and whatever you got going on, and we want you to close us out.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So today marks 4 years that my mom passed away. And even for caregivers, I have a part of it that I want to really dig into, and it's called I just went blank. uh when you have to try to re-find your life after your loved ones pass away, because going to the doctors and sitting around and making sure they're good, your new normal, finding your new normal, that was the hardest thing for me.
Me
That
too.
was the hardest thing for me. And a lot of caregivers, people don't realize that when they pass away, that's a different type of hurt, because now you're trying to figure out life without them. You're trying to pick up the pieces of your life that you dropped to take care of
Right.
them. You're trying to regain what you gave up. You're trying to get your health back, because I didn't realize I was so sick and fatigued because I didn't have time to think about it.
Yes.
And so you have to go through all of that. So I'm doing a part in that in my I Am Resilient with Caregivers, because people don't talk about that either. You know,
Yes.
regaining your life after the loss of your loved one. And me and Lady Abisa Hodge, we're collaborating also to do Memories of Mom. And we're going to have a support group with that. But I'm going to add that into the caregivers thing. And it'll just be for people that have lost their mother. That we can just have a space to be transparent. We can be open without somebody saying, y'all still sad? How long your mama been dead? You still crying? No, boo. I don't need you around me, because then I'm going to have to lay on my face and repent after I listen. So, no. But I want us to have a safe place, because
Yes.
it's everybody does not understand this place. And,
Yeah.
but yes, I am working on doing something big for Christmas for caregivers. I actually have my IT guy doing my website for I Am Resilient.
Okay.
Because he's doing a whole bunch of stuff. I do need board members, so we need to network so I can see what all that looks like. My husband and my cousin, they are my treasurer and my secretary, but I need somebody outside of my family to be on my board. I
Mhm.
love what the young lady said before me about respite, because I really do want caregivers to be able to have respite, that they can go, because I never had that. It was always uh me not being able to do anything because I was taking care of my mom. I have a brother, but he never helped. He would pop up every now and then, but the sad reality is that people think that they have time. And I want to say this to everybody listening to us. We always think that we have time to get things right. We think that we always have time. Oh, I'll have time to go check on my mom when I retire, or when I finish doing this, or I have time for my loved ones. We don't know what time is. And
Right.
grief is already hard. So
Yes.
would do what you need to do while they are alive. No matter what the situation is, it's okay to be inconvenienced. I promise you, because grief and regrets will kill you. My brother's in a nursing home to this actual moment, because
Really?
regrets and grief has taken a toll on him. Oh yes, ma'am.
Oh.
And I hate it for him, but hey, there's nothing I can do about it. His wife was taking care of him, but then she passed away. So I've been going through that grieving process, because me and my sister-in-law were never close, but we did get close the last 2 years, and she died suddenly. But
Oh.
again, what I want to share with caregivers is we have to learn how to take care of ourselves, because 80% of the caregivers who give care to others usually end up dying before the one that they're caring for passes away, because we never listen to our body or listen to ourselves, because we're so focused on the person that we're caring for. And that's what happened to her. She literally didn't listen to her body, and it was too late. And
Oh,
so
wow.
I just that's another voice that I want to give to caregivers. We have to have self-care, like my sister said that came on before me. We have to figure it out. We have to find it.
Yes.
And so my last words to you is that to everybody is that we have a purpose on purpose because of our purpose.
Yes.
God created us for a reason. You know, when I was younger, I felt like God created me to be cute, and that's all that He created me for, and that I was a blessing to the world.
And you is cute.
I was a size 3 and 4, and I was letting them have it. But I realized that God created more for that. So all of us have a reason to be alive, and we have to hone in on what our purpose is, no matter how big or small. And some people think that what they may do is too small, but nothing is too small when God is in it.
Right.
And so I'm excited about what God is doing. I'm excited about networking with everyone. I'm excited about what God is doing for our community and abroad, because I truly believe, sister, that when I was in prayer, I could see airport tickets, and I don't know what all that's about, but I saw airport tickets. I saw airports. And so this is bigger than DFW. And I'm telling you now, get ready. It's bigger. It's bigger than this.
Wow.
And so I'm excited. I'm here for the journey. Let's do this. We are our sister's keeper. We are our sister's encourager. And I love me some Annie. Oh my God, I love me some Mama Annie. Oh my God. I love me some Mama Annie. Okay, I'm back, y'all. But yeah, I'm excited, and so let's just get ready to do this, honey. Great things are about to happen.
Wow. See, Coach Chanel said, yes, that's confirmation. It's international. Oh boy, y'all better come on and speak.
Come on here, Coach. Yes, and I just, you know, I some days when I pray and God shows me things, it scares me. But God has shown me who I am in Him, and to trust what He has trusted me with, and don't doubt it, because God is big. We put Him in a box. He's not in a box.
We do. Yes, we do. And I'm very guilty of it.
Yeah, me too. And we worry about, well, I can't do it because of what I have. But what we have is not an issue, because what we have is too minute for what God wants to do anyway. So let's box and get ready for where God is wanting to take us. And let's get out of our heads and get out of, you know, what we don't have or what's going to happen if this. That's not our problem. It's on Him. I say God's will, God's bill. You got this, dude. You said we're going to do this. We're going to build right here.
God's will, y'all. Hey, type that in the chat if you caught that. God's will, God's bill.
Yeah.
It's on Him.
Hey, it's on you. It's on you, Daddy. You said we're going to do it. You're going to build, because I ain't got it.
I'm going to use that. God's will, God's bill. Well, Vandra, let me tell you, thank you so much. It's always a blessing to talk to you. And I receive everything that God has shown you in regards to what we're doing this weekend. And I don't know, but if God then showed you airports, and then sister Coach Chanel then came over and said international. So we going further than the airport. We going to other countries. So I received that. Woo!
Get your passports. Quit playing.
Yes, I received that. Yes. So thank you so much. I'm excited about collaborating with you, as well as all the other nonprofits that are coming out. And we're going to show each other how we can be successful together and continue to give and provide from our hearts to the causes that we are supporting and that we're giving out to the world. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank all of you. See, I love it when they talk to us. Thank y'all so much for your engagement, for your words of encouragement. This concludes our, actually, you're the last one. This concludes our interviews for this week. So we will be working now to finish out all the plans, and we will see you on Saturday.
Sounds great. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll see y'all Saturday.
All righty. Well, thank all of y'all again so much for joining us. And we will see you Saturday. And if you have not registered, go ahead and register. And if you say, I can't make it, but I want to donate, it's 10 nonprofits. Their information's out there. Go find them. You ain't got to just donate to mine. You can donate to any of the 10, because I'm not greedy and selfish like that, because what God has for me is for me. So find them. If you can't make it, donate. And we will just see you all this weekend. And I'm excited. They got me real excited. So good night, everybody. And thank y'all so much.